Alright everyone, welcome to my next video. I hope you're all doing well. If you saw my last video, it was all about using Luminary's base clarity and using it to build out a backfill. So if you haven't seen it, please check it here. I am linking it up in the cards. And this video is going to be about spring florals. I had a few different ideas of how to use florals in my video. I did purchase decals quite a while ago that I want to use, but I don't know if I'm necessarily in the mood to do decals today. I'm a little bit tired and my body's a little bit worn from, working in the salon. Today, unfortunately, is my last day off before I go back to work. It's the end of my weekend. But I am working up to a vacation, which I'm so excited about. That is coming soon. So stay tuned for my vacation mani. But today's going to be another inspo. I will leave the picture up here. And it's from, can I read it? Nail and Spa. V Nail and Spa. So it's an actual salon that posted this picture, and I'm going to be replicating it. Not using the same colors. I'm going to be using shades of green, and yeah, so I'm going to get into it. For the base color, I'm going to use Magnifique. It is a slight pinky neutral from Glam. I don't believe I've used this on my own nails before. I usually go for the Bliss, I believe, which is a peach tone. But I think I want to do something that's more pink. So I'm going to do an even coat over the entire nail. I do have some sparkles from my last manicure that I removed. So hopefully one coat will cover it. If it doesn't, I will do two. And in truth, if you see a little bit of sparkle behind, I'm not really that fussed about it. But yeah, going to do an even application on all of my nails. And then the design will be, as you saw, an alternating French with a floral design. So stay tuned for that. Want to make sure that we pull it all the way up towards the free edge. I tend to get a little bit thin in my application. So I want to make sure it's as even as possible. And then I'm going to use my cleaned liner brush to pull it and even it out. Alright, I am going to cure that for 10 seconds just to flash it before I move on to the rest of my fingers.
Change the past, don't want to complicate things. Maybe if I asked, was any of it real? Was it real? There's only one thing left to do. My heart is breaking on you, so I'll say
Alright, so I will be using this beautiful green from Apres for this manicure. It's called Tea Leaf. I initially got these two colors, Tea Leaf and Popped Pistachio, for a Chinese New Year inspired set in which I bought, took quite a while to get here, this silicone mold of a dragon. It's hard to tell what it looks like through the mold, but you can see the impression on the other side. And I did create these two dragons the other day. It was a little slow at work, so I was playing around with it, and I absolutely love the way they turned out. And the intention for this video was to actually use them and to do the dragon manicure, but I think I want to do it on a set of press-ons. It's going to take quite a while to achieve the look that I'm going for, and I don't want to sit here for 8 hours doing my own nails. As much as I love doing my nails, I don't want to sit here for 8 hours doing it. So I am going to use these colors because I want to for this manicure, and we're going to start in on the thumbnail for the French. So I'm going to try to follow the top of my natural nail on the understand. Please disregard the discoloration. My nails are clean. You can't even see. I'm going to try to follow the line of my natural nail for the top of the French, and then I'm going to bring it down midway down the pad of my finger. I'm going to mirror it on the other side, and then I'm going to use the bottle brush to fill it in, and then I'll use the liner brush to clean it up a bit. If you don't know, green is my absolutely favorite color. Absolutely, absolute. But I'm going to start in on the flowers now. I've got my 3 fingers French manicured. I did accidentally start in on my middle finger and then realized wrong finger. I am going to do something a little bit different from the video. I can't obviously see the thumb in the picture, but I do have this what appears to be yellowing at the base of my finger. It's just the leftover powder from my last manicure that I didn't quite remove all the way. And I know after a while it's going to start bugging me, so I'm going to try to do some kind of design over that to hide it. The other nails are pretty good, pretty clear. I may do some other additional accents so that the nail doesn't stand out as being so different. But I'm going to grab a dotting tool. I've got 2 colors here. I've got Tea Leaf and Popped Pistachio, and I was thinking about doing a yellow accent instead of the white, because I think that would look good together. So let's get to it. We're going to start in on the larger flower that's over here, and that has 3 leaves, so I'm going to do 3 dots, and then I'm going to take my liner brush and I'm going to pull the pigment out into a leaf shape. Bring it around from both sides. You can add a little bit more paint if you feel the need to. Having issues today. All right, so then we're going to do the same with the one in the middle. And then the one on the bottom.
Never understand the things that we want. Why do you keep coming back?
So I'm going to clean the one up that's on the bottom because it's a little disproportionate. Just use a little bit of alcohol. Actually, I'm going to use my baby blender brush because it's smaller and I'll be able to get in between.
So that you don't know where my heart is at. Don't want you to know my love is lost. Well, there's only one thing left to do.
All right, so we've got the first 3 petals. I'm going to do a cure on this before I go into the next flower. I feel like the next one's going to have to be a little bit smaller. We'll see when I get into it. But right now I'm going to cure this and then I'm going to switch colors to the darker one and do the flower that's on the left side of the nail. So I was using a dotting tool and I wasn't quite getting the shape that I wanted. So I'm just going to use my brush to pull out the shape of the petals. So I'm starting with a little dot and then going around in an arc around the right side and then the left side.
Say goodbye. Let's put the sun back in the sky. Tired of crying, don't call me back. Just say I'll say goodbye.
It's certainly not easy to hold my hand in that position.
Just say goodbye. There's only one thing. Let's put the sun back in the sky. Tired of crying, don't call me back. Just say I'll say goodbye. Yeah, I'll say goodbye.
Right, so before I go ahead and cure that, I want to take the yellow with the dotting tool. This uses the blue of the accent nail. In the reference photo, it's white and blue, and then the accents are in blue. But I think I want to do the yellow. So I'm going to take my dotting tool, and then I'm going to go from here. Well, that needs to be stirred. I'm going to take the yellow, trying it again, and go in a semicircle around one flower. And then I'm going to continue it down in the other direction. But then I'm going to take another brush. Let's do this one. And I'm going to pull them out into leaves. Okay, that's not right. I did end up curing that flower, so don't be worried. Because I didn't want to risk it getting all blurry and moving on the nail. I'm going to use a smaller dotting tool. All right, and then the other ones are going to go 2 by 2. I have a feeling I'm not going to like the way that part looks. I think I'm just going to leave it with the dots. What do you think? But there needs to be 2 more dots. One for the flower here. And one for the flower here. All right, I'm going to cure that and then I'm going to do the other nail. All right, so this is what we have, including, as usual, unfortunately, some gel on the underside of my finger. So I'm just going to use my file to rub that off as best as I can. But I'm going to finish off with the top coat from Luminary. As I mentioned earlier in my video, I did another video with the base coat from Luminary. And I want to use their top coat as well. So I'm going to finish that off right now. It is a pretty basic or pretty common viscosity. It doesn't feel any different than any other top coat. But I figured since I'm trying out the brand, I might as well try out their top coat as well. I'm going to put it on my thumb, cure that, and finish off with the rest of my fingers. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for this video. I finished off my right hand to match my left. I will say that I had a lot of trouble doing my right hand this time. I usually don't struggle as much anymore with doing my non-dominant hand, but I just couldn't get the hang of the flowers. They came out ultimately looking good, so I'm not too disappointed. I just wish it didn't take as long as it did. But let me know what you think of this manicure and this video. I do like a lot. I like the Luminary top coat. It goes on very smoothly and leaves a very shiny top coat. I wasn't sure at first whether or not it was a non-wipe or not because it doesn't specify, but it is in fact a non-wipe top coat, which is fantastic. So I'm just going to go ahead and rehydrate my hands and my cuticles and then finish off with some cuticle oil as well. So if you have any comments or questions as to the products or techniques that I used in this video, please let me know down below as I try to open up this bottle. with my now greasy hands. And all the information for the products that I used will be in the description box below as well. Please give this video a like and subscribe if you so wish. I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.